Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to be, reviewing this plane. The new Lockheed 1011 Tristar, whichever one. And we're going to be going through the history of the plane. So let's first review the model. So this is the plane. Guys, I'm sorry that I'm late. I didn't notice that this was out until I saw Delta 00 video. But one thing I have a problem with this model is, where in the world is the third engine? My mouse is not working. Where is the third engine? Where's this engine? Oh, it's deep down in there. Like, there it is. That's dumb. Guys, you might remember when the DC-10 was in the game. This was basically like the other 3-engine plane. So let's first go through the cameras. We obviously have cockpit. Yippee. Oh, not as advanced as all the airplanes. That's one downside. Chase cam. We all know what chase cam is. Free cam, obviously. Fixed cam, which fixed to the back of your plane's butt. Follow cam. Extra views. Wing back. That means that it's in the back of the wing, guys. If you're just not smart and you don't know that what wing back means. I just kicked the side of my bedroom. That's fine. And then we obviously have the wing front, the regular wing. Now Delta did complain about this for like 3 minutes, that these aren't the same thing. I get it. Now let's see. Does this have a new sound rather than every other plane in Geo-Fs? We're about to hear it. And let's see if I can take off. Manually. Oh, tail strike. Banking heavily. Autopilot free. And there goes the wings, guys. My English is not working. Oh my god. You would be airplane sick if you were going up this high. Jeez. See, what's the max altitude? By the way, Delta 006, I know in your video you said, oh, it doesn't climb that high. What in the world is going on right now? Anyway, Well, this thing is flying and trying not to stall. We'll mute it, and we will learn about the L-1011 Tristar. This is the Delta Lockheed commercial. It's about a minute long, guys. So just bear with me. And I'm sorry, guys, that the video is like from like 1973. So the pixels might be showing.
You're looking at $18 million worth of airplane. It's the Delta Tristar, the newest jet in Delta Airlines' wide ride fleet. Like to take a tour before the passengers come aboard? The 3 cabins on the Tristar are wider than most living rooms. 19 feet wall to wall. The ceiling is 8 feet high. All 250 seats here in first class and here in tourist are roomy 2x2.
Roomy.
You have handy coat racks between each pair of center seats.
Now that's
and these compartments overhead for carry-on things. This is the below-deck galley where your meal is cooked and rushed by serving cart up in this elevator and onto your tray table piping hot.
Piping.
You could enjoy your favorite music with your meals too. The Delta Tristar isn't just big. It's big on creature comforts too. Welcome aboard. Delta is ready when you are.
Yay. Now, let's look at their safety video for this plane. So guys, if you were riding on this plane, this is what you would have seen.
Welcome aboard Delta Airlines. The most important service that we can provide for you is to ensure your safety.
Please pay close attention to the following important safety information.
Well,
be certain you have stowed all carry-on items under a seat or in an overhead bin. Heavier items should be placed under a seat.
oh, things have not changed that much.
Use caution if you open the overhead bins, and please close them securely.
Okay,
If you are seated in an exit seat, you must be able to see the exit,
I can
hear
see
instructions,
I'm not blind.
open the exit, and verbally direct others to the exit. You must be able to do this without blocking the exit, causing harm to yourself, or being distracted by other attentions. Children under 15 may not sit in an exit seat.
Excuse
me? If you are
me?
seated in an exit seat and do not meet these requirements or do not wish to sit there, please notify a flight attendant at this time. Cellular phones may only be used while the...
What type of cellular phone is this? Oh yeah, it's in the 1900s. I forgot, flip phones were still the main thing.
aircraft is at the gate. All cellular phones must be turned off and stowed when the boarding door is closed.
Okay,
Certain
bro.
electronic devices may not be used on board at any time. Approved electronic devices listed in the in-flight information section of Sky Magazine,
Sky Magazine?
may be
Please
used
let me
when
know.
advised by crew members. Please discontinue the use of all electronic devices at this time and be certain that tray tables, footrests, and video units are properly stowed. Smoking is not allowed on any Delta aircraft, and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying a lavatory smoke detector. Lighted signs are visible throughout the cabin, and federal regulations require you to comply with all signs and crew member instructions. To fasten your seatbelt, place the metal tip into the buckle and tighten the strap so that it fits low and tight across your hips. To release, lift the top of the buckle.
Oh my God, do people really know how
During the flight, the fasten seatbelt sign may be turned off. However, for your safety, we require that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times. If cabin pressure should change, panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. Reach up and pull a mask toward you. Place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic band that can be used to adjust the mask. The plastic bag will not fully inflate, although oxygen is flowing. Secure your own mask first before helping others. Exits on the L-1011 are 8 doors, 4 on each side of the aircraft. Each door is equipped with a detachable slide. 6 of which can be used as a raft. The 2 rear doors are equipped with slides that can be used for flotation.
Yeah, guys.
An additional raft is located in an aft compartment. If there is a loss of electrical power, emergency lighting near the floor will illuminate. White lights lead to red lights and exit signs, which indicate the exit.
No dip.
Please take a moment to locate the 2 nearest exits, keeping in mind that the closest...
No offense, Delta, but this lady looks like she's clueless.
exits may be behind you. Life vests are located beneath or between your seats. Remove the vest from the pouch by pulling on the tab. Place the vest over your head and fasten the straps to the front of the vest.
We're going to commit a solly today.
Adjust the straps loosely around your waist. As you leave the aircraft, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs, or manually inflate by blowing into the tubes on either side. A light can be activated in the water by pulling down on the tab in front.
Why?
We recommend you review all of the safety information which can be found in the passenger safety information card located in your seat pocket.
What type of information card is that? That looks like Captain Underpants the comic. Like, this looks like something that they would write. Like, please give me some better drawings.
Pocket. To prepare for takeoff, please bring your seat back upright. At this time, flight attendants will be picking up any remaining beverage items.
We appreciate your attention. On behalf of all Delta employees worldwide, thank you for flying with us.
Hold on. Hold it right there. This is not the plane that I was promised. Anyway. Now we're going to learn how are they built. In the Cortline Lockheed L10 Tristar promo film. Cannot seem to stop punching this thing. I keep hitting this with my arm. Anyway, let's watch the 1341-minute promo film from the lovely year of 1973. Please don't copyright me. Interesting. I didn't learn one thing yet, and we're already 30-some seconds in. Nice video.
Here, amidst the pulse of production activity, some of the world's largest aircraft assemblies are made, and detailed sections are carefully integrated to shape the newest of the wide-body jetliners, the L-1011 Tristar. Cortline, whose brilliant livery marks the Tristar in the foreground, will be the first inclusive tour airline in Europe to introduce air travel aboard this advanced transport. Production and Flight Test Center for Lockheed's Tristar is located in Palmdale, California, some 50 miles north and east of Los Angeles.
Good. I'll make sure to go. I can't say that. I'll go politely visit, if you know what I mean.
About 20 minutes by air from Lockheed's headquarters in Burbank. These new facilities, constructed especially to accommodate final assembly and flight testing of the L-1011, comprise 9 buildings and nearly 1,300,000 square feet under roof. they incorporate the most advanced concepts in aircraft production and logistic support.
Oh, Air Canada!
The main assembly building affords more than 868,000 square feet of working space, large enough for production of future transports, twice the size of the Tristar. Long before aircraft production began, years of research, testing, and evaluation were translated into today's final Tristar design. 66 different configurations were considered, and over 20,000 hours of testing in 7 different wind tunnels, both low and high speed, helped to establish the most efficient aerodynamic configuration. All functional subsystems were proved in this full-scale vehicle system simulator.
You can't say that. I need to know the name of this system. I want to test it. Yeah. I don't know why I keep doing that, by the way.
Flight controls, hydraulic and electrical systems, avionics,
Hey, there's Air Canada.
and the landing gear system. The structural integrity of the landing gear had been tested under simulated landing speeds and aircraft load conditions in excess of FAA requirements. And static testing of 2 complete airframes demonstrated that the L-1011 structure will endure over 20 years of airline operation.
Was it even in the air?
More than 50,000 simulated flights will be flown in the fatigue test aircraft alone. An extensive flight test program involving 5 different aircraft conducted over a span of 18 months. Amassed more hours of flight test performance.
Darn it.
Literally millions of data points were analyzed.
And we probably forgot one.
One of the more spectacular tests was the tail dragger test, by which minimum liftoff speed is determined. Flights at varying gross weights and at different flap settings were made to obtain takeoff performance factors and to establish runway length requirements at different weights. During the flutter test program, the aircraft equipped with flutter vanes on the wingtips was deliberately subjected to bending and torsion loads at various altitudes and at maximum speeds to determine how quickly the airframe dampens out oscillations. The findings showed good structural dampening characteristics. And now let's take a brief look at the manufacturing sequence for the Tristar.
That's the interesting one.
Fuselage growth starts with the mid-body segment, built around the wing box and keelson. Forward and aft sections are attached.
Cool. It looks green.
Followed by the flight station. Installation of interior components and functional systems begin once the afterbody is added. Then the fuselage emerges from the paint shop with its distinctive colors and markings. Halcyon Breeze is the second Tristar ordered by Courtline. After mating the fuselage to the wings, the empennage is attached, as well as the main and nose landing gear.
You need those to fly.
One of the last major production steps is installing the 3 Rolls-Royce RB211 engines. 2.
Is that the same Rolls-Royce as the cars? I think it is. At least we're getting closer to flying cars.
Wing-mounted, and 1 in the aft fuselage. Installation of interior trim, side and ceiling panels, carpeting, passenger seats and functional systems is then completed. When all systems have been ground tested, preparations get underway for the flight test program.
The Geo-Fs thing had the correct sound. Let's go! 1 point for Geo-Fs. Okay, don't need to be ran over by that.
The first Tristar for Courtline, dubbed Halcyon Days, took to the air for the very first time on January 28, 1973.
Remember that day in infamy when this thing took off.
During that first flight and subsequent ones before delivery to Courtline, Lockheed test pilots checked the airworthiness, general handling responses, engine performance, and made certain that all systems functioned in optimum readiness.
Why does bro have all the flaps down?
Particular attention has been directed to producing a self-sufficient airplane for Courtline, with such special features as 8 wide Type A doors, 4 on each side, making access to the aircraft quick and easy.
Isn't that the same thing that the Delta safety video said was the exits? So what am I going to leap out of at 3,000 feet? No, I don't want to be D.V. Cooper. No, thank you.
3 self-powered conveyor belt type cargo
Wow,
loaders
that's
to
so new.
expedite
I
baggage
totally did not
handling.
have that in the 2000s.
And electrically operated onboard stairs.
You've got to be kidding me. This plane is way ahead of
They are
its time.
stowed in the center cargo compartment, quickly unfold and move into position for passenger embarking or deplaning, thus eliminating the need.
That, my friends, is cool. It's too bad that the person that made the Geo-Fs thing couldn't do that. Lazy.
For any ground support equipment.
Oh, it goes silent. Let me try and find where he comes back.
Wider than the cabin, nearly 20 feet wide, is 60% wider than Courtline's present, nearly plus.
Here, this one comes back. I don't know why. Maybe they cleaned the rest of this video.
Best seating gives an economic plus by providing accommodations for 400 passengers. The cabin, nearly
That's less than the A380.
20 feet wide, is 60% wider than Courtline's present jets.
What is your
And the cabin height of nearly 8 feet gives an additional feeling of spaciousness.
Well, it won't give space to the 10-foot man in the back named Joe McDope. And they went out again. What is going on?
Supply. Low deck gas.
Here. When are we going to get our sound back?
Can be
Here's when we get our sound back.
and the trolleys can be replenished from a storage area in the below deck galley, which is connected to the main cabin by 2 electric lifts.
So much for being back.
Cortline's Tristar will have a 200-gallon potable water supply, sufficient for a complete round trip as far as
What kind of cup? That is a scam!
2,000 nautical miles from Luton. The impressively quiet performance of the Tristar's RB211 Rolls-Royce engines, each producing 42,000 pounds of thrust, will allow quieter movements from Luton Airport, a unique tribute in itself. The Tristar's extensive world tour to the UK, Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, totaling 65,000 miles, demonstrated the ease of operation from a variety of airports and under a wide range of conditions. These flights put the L-1011 to a good test for Cortline airline service, scheduled to begin in April this year.
Yeah, guys, teleport back to 1973 and go to April. You'll be on this plane.
Halcyon holiday travelers cruising aboard the Tristar at 600 miles an hour will be carried to the luring sunspots that dot the Mediterranean. The resort hotels, the beaches, the varied attractions that make these locations a mecca for European travelers. It will be a great summer in '73 when the Lockheed Tristar with its passenger car.
We need to pause.
The varied attractions that make these locations.
Why did you show that person in their bathing suit? Why?
The varied attractions that make these locations
Why
a mecca
that?
for European travelers. It will be a great summer in '73 when the Lockheed Tristar with its passenger comfort, quiet performance, self-sufficient features, and operating economics makes its debut in Europe. Cortline will again prove itself a leader as an inclusive tour carrier.
Yeah, guys, go back to 1973. Let's see, is KMGM still flying? Oh my god, I am still climbing. I'm scared. If I put this in manual and go straight up, how fast will this go straight up? Oh god. We are heading into a nosedive. All passengers, please don't mind the 90-degree angle that you are currently going at. We are perfectly fine. And I will see you guys in the next video. In the meantime, I have to go crash. Ah!